'Cause even when it rains outside, there is light. And even when you cry all night, you're alright. Even when you lose your way, you'll get through. 'Cause there's someone watching over you. Welcome back to your HBCU College Football Wrap-Up for Week 3 on your Spiritual Sports segment on a Sunday on CEEJAY where I give you your sports twisted spiritually. I'm CJ. Here we go. As we start to get into the meat of the college football season, the SWAC Conference starts to get into their in-conference games as Arkansas Pine Bluff manhandled Alcorn State 24-6 as Benjamin Anderson passed and ran for a TD. Prairie View took on Alabama A&M and was crushed 42-30 as Dante Mason was working on the main line with 279 passing yards and not one, not two, but 3 passing TDs. And if that wasn't enough, he rushed for not one, not two, but 3 TDs. Alabama State eked out the 1-point win 19-18 over Grambling State as quarterback Greg Jenkins passed and rushed for a TD. While on Thursday night, if you missed it, Mississippi Valley State shut out Southern 6-0 in what appeared to be a game in which both defenses were either strong or both offenses were very weak. Take your pick as Mississippi Valley missed their extra point attempt, but Brandon Stansel kept the Delta Devils in the game with 100 rushing yards. And finally, my lovely bride and I attended Texas Southern's first home game for their 85th inaugural season at the newly constructed BBVA Campus Stadium in downtown Houston as they battled Jackson State as TSU led 21-14 at the half as JSU's quarterback Clayton Moore took a whopping, but he kept on cooking as he had the recipe for a total of 464 combined yards, 363 by air and 101 by the ground. And count them, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 total TDs as he was on fire as the Tigers of JSU outmuscled the Tigers of TSU 45-35. Popping 90s on over to the MEAC, the mighty Wildcats of Bethune-Cookman University went down to the dirty South to tangle with the Hurricanes of Miami and was blasted 38-10. Morgan State was literally spanked by Akron 66-6. Howard was able to escape with the 37-36 overtime win against Norfolk State since Howard led 23-0 in the middle of the third quarter, but notched the win as Terrence LaFall rushed for 122 yards. Hampton was snake bitten by the Rattlers of Florida A&M 44-20 as receiver James Owens had 157 yards and 3 touchdowns. Lynchburg was literally spanked by North Carolina A&T 40-7 with 217 passing yards and a pair of TDs from Lewis Kendall, while North Carolina Central was demolished, dominated, and devastated by Duke 54-17. Delaware State was mollywopped by Cincinnati 23-7, and South Carolina State was shut out and literally spanked by 24th ranked Arizona 56-0. And for a couple of few non-SWAC MEAC games, Morehouse was trounced by Winston-Salem 55-21. Edward Waters power passed Livingston 42-36. Tuskegee annihilated Lane 45-17. And Clark Atlanta was simply befuddled by Fort Valley State 26-3. For your SWAC East standings, Alabama A&M sits atop at number 1, while their in-state rival Alabama State is number 2, and Jackson State is 3rd. And in the West, Arkansas Pine Bluff is 1st, Texas Southern is 2nd. And for the MEAC, Bethune-Cookman sits atop of the conference, followed by Howard at number 2, and Florida A&M is 3rd. Thanks for tuning in to your HBCU wrap-up for Week 3 on CJSports.com, as this segment was sponsored by Charles Johnson on his Twitter handle at Attorney on Call, a Houston criminal defense attorney helping you keep your boo out of jail. Make sure you give me that follow on Twitter at CJ Sports and like me on Facebook at CJAC. That's CEEJAY. Tune in tomorrow for more updates in your next Spiritual Sports segment where I sprinkle a little spirituality in your sports. I'm CJ. Be blessed, have a sensational Sunday, and remember that trouble don't last always.